the beginning of our lessons, I talked a little bit about WordPress and the fact that it allows for the use of something called plugins. Plugins are great for extending WordPress, adding features including e-commerce, SEO. Different plugins can be used for galleries and so forth. There's thousands of them on the WordPress.org website, and you can search by category or actually put in a term and see what widgets are there. Widgets are used a lot for social media also. We'll talk about that later. But one or two of the plugins that I suggested we use, one of them is called Yoast SEO, and it's very full-featured. There's a lot of tutorials on the website from the theme developer, the plugin developer, and I just want to give you the basics. So here we are on the dashboard, and since we did install this earlier in the plugins, you'll see at the bottom right now of the dashboard, there's an area, a link that's called SEO, and it's got several drop downs. I'm just going to click on the title SEO, and that way we can see all the other links that are underneath that. So the first thing I want to show you, because you'll need to spend some time with this on your own if you choose to use this, I'm going to show you the basics. You don't have to learn everything to use this plugin, but one of the things I suggest you do is take the tour. Once you click on this Start Tour, it's going to actually do some bubbles that are going to move around and show you the different features of this plugin. It's really great, so go ahead and do that when you have time. I'm not going to do that right now because I'd like you to do that on your own. These other titles you can click on and work through. This one that's called Titles and Metas refers to titles for pages that you can do. That's a little more advanced. You don't really need to worry about that too much right now. There's one called Social. It allows you to put in links to social media pages if you have them, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and so forth. If you have those, just go ahead and add those. That's a great feature because Google is starting to put more emphasis on social as far as engagement. This one I just want to mention underneath SEO, this one's called XML Sitemaps. What that means is this plugin will actually create what are called sitemaps for your website, which allows Google to follow all of the pages on your website through basically a little index called a sitemap. So this is already checked. It says check this box to enable XML sitemap. You want to leave that checked. That's a great feature. That's one of the main things that you want this plugin to do for you. And then there's one called Advanced and Tools. We're not going to go through those right now because we're going to keep it really simple. So I'm going to go back though and show you where the basics of this SEO plugin are. So I'm going to go to Pages and show you how it works on a page. Here's the About the Artist page. I'm going to click Edit. And this example would work on the blog posts or news posts also, which, as we said in the beginning, there's posts up here, which are chronological, like blogging, and there's pages, which are about the artist, contact, and so forth. And so here's the magic of this plugin, is as I scroll down the page, you'll see that there's a box down below the content called Yoast SEO. That's from this plugin. Now, there's always this little toggle here. I just want to show you. If it doesn't look like what I'm showing you, it might just be that this is collapsed. So all you do is click to toggle the up and down arrow. And now you can see that each page on your website or post in your blog has this nice little SEO box. And there's a lot to this, but the author did a spectacular job of making this understandable because, as you can see, there's all these little question marks. So everything you see here has a little explanation next to it that will explain to you what it is. The basic lesson here is that for this web page, it shows a snippet that is what your listing would look like when Google finds your website page. It's going to, in a search result, if somebody puts in, for instance, David McCain Fine Art, and it matches this page, it's going to show up in the Google results, which is the goal, And this is an example of what it's going to look like. So the beauty here is that even though this is the first go we did on creating this About the Artist page, you can now actually change the listing, let's call it, for the Google search results based on some of the features of this plugin that help you create better search engine optimization, or SEO. So I put in the focus keyword for this page already. I typed in David McCain because that's the artist, and it says page title yes. So one of the criteria here is to have your focus word in the title. Yes, it's in the title. Some of these other things I don't have yet, meaning I don't have it in an article heading. I don't have it in the page URL. Those are things I can change. And then down here, it says SEO title. It puts in a light gray there, the actual title of the page. If you like that and you feel it fits your focus word for that page, for the search results, you can leave that. But this gives you the option of actually changing the title for SEO to make it a little bit more SEO friendly. And the meta description is something that shows up at the top of the page. It's not available visually on the page. It's actually in the web page code, which you don't see and we're not worried about. But you can type in a little description there. For instance, I'll just say biography and artist's statement about his work by David McCain, artist. And as you can see, it's showing me how many characters. You only get 156. And then after we save this, it's going to update some of the recommendations there for how to use this. I'm not going to take the time to go through all of these things, but under page analysis, it's actually going to give you suggestions on how to improve your SEO for the page. Under advanced, you can obviously read the tutorial and learn more about this. I'm not going to go into advanced right now. And social allows you to add some social media titles to this page because, as I said, Google is now looking for engagement on social as one of the criteria for how your pages get ranked, which is something we're concerned about. So that's a quick overview of Yoast SEO and where it shows up on each page. As I said, when you have time, you can take the tour and go to the developer's website and read a little bit more about this plugin. But if you just use these basics by themselves, that will improve your SEO and your chances of being found on search engines.